Airsoft.
Yo dudes, we're at Red Alert for a day of windy airsoft. In this game, I'm trying out my VSR on the field for the first time after numerous upgrades. I'll leave more info in the description below. The objective in this game is a simple attack and defend. Our team have to push up and take the enemies out of the 3 objectives. At the last objective, they'll get to respawn once, and then the game will be reversed. The team that does it in the fastest time will win.
See, everyone knows that's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to get shot that way. Oh, they're firing, sir, they're firing. Thank you, Lieutenant. Please do tell me if they hit me.
With the dense vegetation and tall ferns, it makes sniping a lot harder than it is in the winter, but it also gives you a lot more cover to be sneaky. I start by pushing up the left side with my team and try to thread some shots through the deep ferns. Because the ferns take away a lot of sightlines, you end up having to push up a lot closer to the enemies and get in AEG range. It can be quite punishing if you're not careful. After respawning, I decide to avoid the ferns entirely. I push up on the right side, where it's a lot more clear. There's only a few more defenders left, and most of them are entrenched behind barricades, so a few precise shots should take them out. After taking out the remaining enemies at the bridge, we move up to take the embassy. This is Red Alert's newest addition to the site. Over the lockdown, they've had time to build a bunch of new buildings, and there's a whole village here now. It provides a few new and interesting sightlines on the enemies. some enemies figure out where I am and start randomly shooting into the bushes, so I take cover and relocate. Since it's a windy day, I fire a couple of test shots to get the angle right, and I find the perfect tilt on the rifle to make the BBs fly straight. With the enemies on the right side of the embassy taken out, it clears a path for my team to push up, and we take the embassy with ease. Now we're pushing up to the fort. The enemies are well dug in and heavily concentrated, which makes pushing up really hard. There are also limited lines of sight, as the enemies are all peeking small windows and not standing out in the open. I need to push up and find a good position to hold one of these windows.
Made it so far.
With the accuracy of my rifle, I decide to hold one small line of sight on a window. This gives a lot of space to my team to push up, as it's one more angle they don't have to worry about. As my teammate push up on the walls of the fort, I switch position, so I can watch for the enemies coming back from their respawn. Again, we take over the fort quite quickly, and now it's time to swap it around. We're now on the defense, and I set up on the left side of the bridge. The enemies tend to push up straight on the road and through the village to my left, so I have a lot of angles to watch here. I start taking fire from the right side, so I switch to the left side of the cover to try and find some unexpected enemies who haven't yet discovered my location. the enemy's not having success pushing up the road, they start to flank round through the village, and I start taking fire from my left side now. I need to hope the guys on the right have forgotten about my position so I can use this side of the cover again. The guy shooting me from the left knows my exact location, and my position's taking suppressing fire, which suggests that they're trying to push up on me. So I have a mental timer in my head of roughly when he's going to get here. I managed to take him by surprise. Unfortunately, enemies from both sides now know my location, and there's not enough cover to hide behind.
Hit! Good shot!
I now fall back to the embassy to defend there. I decide to go for a sneaky play of laying in the bushes and letting the enemies pass me. Unfortunately, my team don't do that good of a job at holding the embassy, and the enemies overrun it before I get a chance to sneak up behind them. At red alert, when the objective is taken, the defenders have to fall back whether they're taken out or not. Either way, it's good to have reassurance in your camouflage when enemies walk straight past you without spotting you. I fall back to our last stand at the fort and take a position on the road, which has a clear line of sight down towards the enemy.
No worries.
There's not too much pressure on the left flank, so I decide to move up and get a better angle at the front of the fort. The enemies make a quick push, and we get overrun. We manage to take the 3 objectives faster, and win the game overall.